What's the difference between, I have eaten breakfast, and, I ate breakfast?
Both, I have eaten breakfast, and, I ate breakfast, convey the same general meaning that you had breakfast. However, there is a difference in tense, which implies a difference in focus and context. I have eaten breakfast is in the present perfect tense. This tense is used when an action occurred in the past but has relevance to the present situation. It often implies that the action has been completed recently or that the exact time of the action is not important. For example, you might say, I have eaten breakfast, to explain why you're not hungry now or to indicate that you've already had your meal for the day. I ate breakfast is in the simple past tense. This tense is used to indicate that an action happened at a specific time in the past and is completely finished. The focus is more on the action itself and the fact that it occurred, rather than on the present relevance. For example, you might say, I ate breakfast at 7 a.m., to share the specific time when you had your meal. In short, the difference lies in the tense and the focus of each statement. I have eaten breakfast emphasizes the connection between the past action and the present, while I ate breakfast places more emphasis on the action as a completed event in the past.
What is the point of using the perfect present tense?
The present perfect tense serves several purposes in English, making it a useful and versatile tense. Here are some of its main functions. To indicate a past action with a present relevance or connection, present perfect tense can be used to show that a past event has an impact on or is related to the present situation. For example, I have finished my homework implies that you completed your homework in the past, but the fact that it's done has relevance now. You can relax, focus on other tasks, or submit it. To describe experiences, present perfect tense is often used to talk about general life experiences without specifying the exact time when they occurred. For example, I have traveled to Europe conveys that you've been to Europe at some point in your life, but the specific timing is not important. To express a change over time, this tense can be used to highlight a transformation or a change that has happened from the past up to now. For example, the climate has changed significantly over the past century, emphasizes the cumulative effect of the change up to the present moment. To describe ongoing actions or situations, present perfect can be used to indicate actions or situations that started in the past and continue up to the present. For example, she has worked at this company for 5 years, implies that she began working at the company 5 years ago and still works there now. To describe actions completed in the recent past, present perfect can be used to express that an action was completed shortly before the present moment. For example, I have just washed the dishes implies that you finished washing the dishes very recently. In summary, the present perfect tense is useful for emphasizing the connection between past actions and the present, describing life experiences, expressing changes over time, indicating ongoing actions or situations, and talking about recently completed actions. It adds nuance and context to your communication and helps to create a clearer understanding of the relationship between past events and the present situation.
And in French, how does that translate?
In French, the present perfect tense is called le passé composé. It is used similarly to the English present perfect tense, but also covers some situations where English would use the simple past tense. The passé composé is formed using a conjugated form of the auxiliary verb, avoir, to have, or, être, to be, combined with the past participle of the main verb. Here's how the English sentences mentioned earlier would translate to French. I have finished my homework, equals, j'ai fini mes devoirs, using avoir as the auxiliary verb. I have traveled to Europe, equals, j'ai voyagé en Europe, using avoir as the auxiliary verb. The climate has changed significantly over the past century, equals, le climat a beaucoup changé au cours du siècle dernier, using avoir as the auxiliary verb. She has worked at this company for 5 years, equals, elle travaille dans cette entreprise depuis 5 ans. Note, in French, the present tense with depuis is used to express an ongoing action that started in the past and continues to the present. I have just washed the dishes, equals, je viens de laver la vaisselle. Note, in French, venir de, in the present tense followed by the infinitive form of the verb is used to express an action completed in the very recent past. While the formation and some uses of the passé composé in French are different from the present perfect tense in English, it serves a similar function in many situations. emphasizing the connection between past actions and the present, describing life experiences, expressing changes over time, and talking about completed actions.